Hey everybody, this is emeek77 and this is the first of a two-part tutorial because since my old account isn't around anymore that allowed over 10-minute videos, I have to break it into two parts. This account only allows 10-minute videos, so this part I'm going to go over what we're going to be doing, and the second part we're going to actually do it. Okay? Now it's going to be kind of slow because I'm encoding here. As you can see, my CPU usage is pretty maxed out, so Shake ain't going to play back at the real-time speed that it would normally. But if I play this here, you'll see what the look we're going for. As you can see, the dock comes in, the menu bar up top comes in, and the desktop's coming in, and they're going to slide in and they're going to form the desktop. See? Boom, there they go. I guess I could try to add a cache node to this and let it play back in real time, but I'm really not sure if that's even going to help at all. Let's try to add a cache node here. And let's play through it once. See if she'll cache for us, and maybe we can play it back in real time. You can get a better idea of what's happening here. There we go. She's cached now, as you can see. I've added a cache node, and our animation is cached. As you can see, it's playing almost not in exactly real time, but it's playing a lot faster and smoother than it was. Now, no matter what, if I stop this, I can add a saturation node to the end after this cache node and turn it black and white, and the black and white version won't be cached. But this part of the tree here is cached now because I have this cache node, so it doesn't have to calculate all this every time. I've got it cached, and it's going to speed up my work process. As long as I don't change anything above the cache node here, I'll be fine. So we have that cached. And that's how cache nodes work. Very simple. People say the cache in Shake doesn't work, but as you can see, I appended the cache node, and it obviously does work. You can add it to disk and memory, or just memory only. I have a lot of RAM, so I can do the memory only, but disk and memory usually does what you need. Image size and image size limit. This is how big of an image you're going to be able to have, and this is the current image you're using. It's 6.73, and my image size limit's 49, so I have a big gap there, plenty of room. Total cache memory, and that's about all there is to a cache node. It's played through once and it's cached, and it seems to be working just fine. And cache has always worked for me in Shake. I don't know what people mean. So as you can see, the menu bar comes in, the dock comes in, and the desktop comes in, and you could even have each individual hard drive come in if you wanted. It doesn't matter. But let's take a look at this tree and see how we did this. Really simple. Started with a regular picture of our desktop right here. Okay, then as you can see, I added the switch mat node and put a roto shape into that switch mat node. Now this roto shape, as you can see, just shaped out the dock. This is my dock here. When we look at this switch mat node, you'll see we just have my dock in place. Okay, so there we go. Here's my dock right here. These two. Okay, so now, as you'll notice, I appended another switch mat node off the same picture and added another roto shape to it. This roto shape covers the desktop. As you can see, I've rotoed around the dock, and I've rotoed around the menu bar up top. The white shape being the roto shape. Okay, so here's that switch mat and that roto shape. If I look at this, as you can see, we just have the desktop, no menu bar, no dock. So there's the desktop and its roto shape, and here's the dock and its roto shape. So now let's go to this one. I appended another switch mat right here with another roto shape just around the top portion, as you can see here, of the menu, and the switch mat. Pop it into the switch mat, and you'll see it leaves us with just the menu. Okay, So we have the menu bar up top. Now if I wanted to do the desktop hard drive icons, I would have pinned another switch mat and another roto shape and roto at the desktop icons and popped it into that. But we're just going to stick with 3. So we have our menu bar and its roto shape. We have our dock and its roto shape. And we have the desktop and its roto shape. So here's all 3 of these right here. The dock, the desktop, and the menu bar. I've brung each one of these into a Move 3D. Okay? We go back to frame 1. And as you can see, let's see here what we got. This is our menu bar. I appended a Move 3D, and what I did was I scaled it way up. You can see it barely at the bottom here. Okay? And then I moved to frame 25. I set a keyframe, of course. Then I moved to frame 25 and put the menu bar back where it was originally. So that way, from frame 1 it's big and it shrinks down and animates into its spot. See, there it goes. That's just the menu bar animating. Okay, and I did the same thing with the desktop and the dock. I started with the dock, scaled way up and over to the left. I then went to frame 25 and put it into the normal position like that and animated it, set 2 keyframes, and there it is. See, there it goes. It animates from being big to being small, from the left to the right. And of course I did the same thing with the desktop. I scaled it way up and bring it down over to the right corner here, and then on frame 25 I put it back in its original position. So there we have all 3 Move 3D nodes animated from frame 1 to 25 with the corresponding animation that I wanted, the look that I wanted to have. I then piped my dock over top of my desktop right here. Then I piped then I piped the menu bar over top of that over. And now we have it all. And when I go back to frame 1 and scroll through it, you'll see they all 3 come in as one element, and when it gets to frame 25 we have a desktop. Now all you have to do is transition between this picture and a video of your desktop being recorded. Okay, so this was the overview, and then I appended the cache node to have it all cached. So now as you can see I have the cache node, and I play it back, it's still cached. Okay, so that's how the cache nodes work. And this is a brief overview of the project we're going to do next in Shake. Hope this gets you started. You experienced Shake users probably won't even need the next video. But a lot of you guys out there haven't had Shake too long, and it might benefit you to have me go through it with you instead of just show you what I've done. So this is part 1. Part 2 we'll actually go through and build this tree from scratch, and hopefully you'll learn something. So we'll see you next time.